Therefore, in my experience, there is nothing to do with the sense of religion or a sense of faith or belief in mindfulness or Buddhism. Actually, philosophy is something like the food for the mind, and it is very hard to bring the solution to us. However, we enjoy reading it and learning from it. On the other hand, the Buddhist mindfulness meditation is very scientific in these days. Now, you can see whether Buddhism is religion or philosophy or science. I hope you get it. Since then, I have realized that this meditation technique has nothing to do with the faith or sense of religion, because it goes by mindful practice of all the activities you are doing in your daily life. How great it is! I will go with you a bit deeper into the practice you have to do in the meditation retreat center. If you are interested to do so, you should leave everything there at home. You should not bring anything in your thoughts when you come to the retreat center for taking formal meditation retreat course. Then you have to be ready to slow down yourself, because there is no need to hurry in the retreat center. You need to worry about nothing, because everything is well prepared for you with the love and compassion, even though every retreat center is based on people's generosity. You will be surrounded by warmly loving friends full of kindness and compassion in their hearts. You will also be treated with due respect, because those who help you in the retreat were treated with the due respect too when they took the same retreat as you do. You will also be very well taken care of by those who have already experienced with the technique and the practice. Everybody who helps you in the retreat is volunteers. They will not charge you for your stay, but they will only accept your generosity done by your own will, so that they can help everyone who comes to enjoy the retreat like you. Of course, they need no charge of money, but they need your generosity just to take care of those who come to enjoy the retreat like you do now. However, you do not need to think of a donation too much. It depends upon your will. And the most important thing you have to do is that you just have to seriously focus on your own meditation practice without thinking, agitating. Therefore, you should be ready to slow down everything by doing mindfully from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Now, I am going to share how to do it with you a bit in detail, as I'm used to teaching people and also the way I practice every day. Mindfulness-based Vipassana meditation. In this technique, there are the 4 foundations of mindfulness as I teach this technique by following Mahastipatthana Sutta. These 4 are as follows: Kaya-nupassana, contemplation of the bodily activities; Vedana-nupassana, contemplation of the feelings and sensations; Citta-nupassana, contemplation of mental activities; Dhamma-nupassana, contemplation of mental objects. Actually, mindfulness of breathing we are used to practicing and teaching is included in Kaya-nupassana, contemplation of the bodily activities. Here in my book, I will not explain all in detail as taught in Mahastipatthana Sutta, because I do not want to make my book bigger and thicker, so that you can be easier for carrying this book to everywhere you go and to learn from it easily. To practice these 4 foundations of mindfulness, there are 4 postures. 1, sitting posture; 2, walking posture; 3, standing; and 4, reclining, as we are doing in daily life. Therefore, you can do this mindfulness-based Vipassana meditation by sitting, by walking, by standing, and by reclining. The way I teach is not a sitting meditation alone by following the Buddha, who is the primary source of this popular meditation. Actually, walking meditation is my favorite one, and I'm used to teaching it to people too. Walking meditation is good for your health, and will keep you fit. The longer you walk, the better you can do sitting meditation. It is my experience. However, I'm used to teaching people the way of mindfulness-based Vipassana meditation that can be practically applied in their daily life. Otherwise, this meditation technique is not useful for common people leading family life and working hard for the family every day. Therefore, I try to test myself with this technique by serious practice to share it with the rest of the world. This meditation should not be useful only for the monks because it was taught by the Buddha for all. To practice this meditation, you need just mindfulness, awareness, attention, and breathing at the beginning. As long as you are breathing and you are alive, you can do this meditation anywhere and any moment. The way of mindfully paying attention to the breathing must be not only for the monks, but it must also be for the lay people who works in daily life, leading family life. Nowadays, lay people are more enthusiastic and interested in the meditation than the monastic. Why is it? It is because the purpose of the technique is to help all of us overcome all sorts of physical and mental dukkhas that include hardships, difficulties, troubles, stress, anxiety, worry, sorrow, lamentation, and so on we are used to facing and challenging in our day-to-day life. These dukkhas do not only exist for those who are Buddhists in the name, but they also exist for the entire humanity across the world. All the living beings, including human, unavoidably have to face these dukkhas that exist in all of us all life long. Therefore, we need a certain technique to cope with them and to overcome them. When we are in a certain dukkha, such as deep stress with the social, economic, political crisis, this is the reason why so many people across the world are getting interested in this kind of meditation. Kayanupassana Stipatthana, it is in Pali. Kayanupassana means the contemplation of the bodily activities. Stipatthana means the foundation of mindfulness. So Kayanupassana Stipatthana means the contemplation of bodily activities that can establish the foundation of mindfulness when it is practiced attentively and energetically. I'm going to share this Kayanupassana Stipatthana a bit in detail with you so that you can do it even at home when you are interested in doing it at home. Now I just try to tell you how to do every movement mindfully in different situations. How to do mindfully at the door. When you are at the door, you must be mindful of your mind intending to touch the handle of the door. You must be mindful of the touch when you touch the handle of the door. You must be mindful of your mind intending to pull the door. You must be mindful of pulling the handle of the door. When you are pulling it, if the door is modernized, it will automatically be closed. Of course, you do not need any effort to close it by yourself. If the door is a poor one, you have to close it with your effort. When you close it, you must do it mindfully too. You must be mindful of seeing everything when you go into your bedroom. Then when you move to your bed or your desk or anywhere in your bedroom, you must start paying attention to the touching point of the foot on the floor. If it is the door of your bedroom, really attentively mindful of whatever you are doing so that you can concentrate on meditation. If it is the door of the toilet, you must do mindfully while closing the door. As soon as you are in the toilet, you must be mindful of your sitting posture. Onto the toilet seat. When your hips touch the toilet seat, if you feel cold, please be mindful of a cold sensation at the moment you are feeling. When you feel annoyed by a certain sort of a smell in the toilet, do not react to it with aversion, but observe the feeling as it is. When you smell sweet because of the cleanliness of the toilet, do not react to it with greed, but observe it as it is. Then let go of it and switch on your attention to the rhythm or in-breath and out-breath to mindfully observe as they are while sitting in the toilet seat. It is called meditation in the toilet. Do not laugh about the technique. It is the truth taught by the Buddha. He said, Antamaso Ojjara Basava Kame Sampajana Karihoti. It is in Pali language. That means, at least even in the toilet, please do this meditation. Do it repeatedly, attentively, and very mindfully till you finish your toilet. When you come out of the toilet, you must pay attention to the touching point of the foot to the ground while moving and walking mindfully till you get to your meditation seat facility. Do not miss anything in any moment, but do everything mindfully. This is called mindfulness-based Vipassana meditation. Yeah, I needed to explain it a bit in detail so that you can see the difference between mindfulness and Vipassana. When you pay attention to whatever you do, it is called mindfulness. When you are mindfully observing every single movement of the body and the mind, you will see each as it is. For example, while you are mindfully observing the touching point of the foot on the ground or on the floor repeatedly, sometimes you will see a thought rises and passes away. This is the meaning of as they are. When you see a thought rises and passes away, a feeling rises and passes away, a mind state such as anger rises and passes away, it is called Vipassana. Now you see that Vipassana is completely based on mindfulness. These two phenomena, sati, mindfulness, that can mainly develop a samadhi, concentration, and Vipassana, special observation, that can mainly develop wisdom, must work together hand in hand. Therefore, they cannot be separated from each other. On the Noble Eightfold Path, mindfulness is a samadhi, right mindfulness, which is a constituent of a samadhi, but Vipassana is constituent of wisdom that includes samadhi, right understanding, and sammasankappa, right thought. When you are at the door, you are mindful of your mind, intending to touch the handle of the door. The mental state is passed away as soon as you are mindfully observing your hand, stretching to the door handle. It is called Vipassana. As soon as you touch the door handle, the observing mind of the hand stretching is passed away. It is called Vipassana. When you pull the door, the mental state risen by the touch on the door is passed away. It is called Vipassana. Closely, mindfully, and attentively observing the moment is called sati, mindfulness. As soon as you see the mental state, observing the moment, the movement is passed away, it is called Vipassana. That includes both right understanding and right thought of the Eightfold Noble Path. You will see that Vipassana meditation, to see things as they are, is completely based on the mindfulness. Therefore, I practice mindfulness-based Vipassana meditation and also teach people the same way, which is perfectly taught in Mahasatipatthana Sutta by the Buddha. At the same time, you must learn it that there is nothing to do with a sense of religion and faith in this technique. Practice, but it needs open-mindedness and open-heartedness to do scientific and critical approach to achieve the goal. Religious approach will not work properly when you practice this technique, because it is not a way to be approached by religious faith, but by mindfully, critically, scientifically, and wisely observing what is going on inside yourself with open heart and open mind. It made me really entertaining when I did it in meditation center. Of course, it made me entertaining now too. When you are mindful of everything in detail in such way, you can experience with the present moment or you can experience with the present movement, purifying your mind from dukkha's, mental discomforts or dis-ease, including stress, we are unavoidably experiencing in our daily life. This mindful way of life is a kind of antidote that can heal our mind from unnecessary suffering of daily activities. It sometimes does like an antibiotic to protect us from dukkha, such as stress. To me, it has been healing my mind that was sickened by the attachment, so it is an antidote for me. It also now protects me from being suffered for my attachment and any other mental defilement, so it treats me now like an antibiotic. Therefore, it works in two ways, as an antibiotic and as an antidote. When you are mindful of everything at the door, by very mindfully observing each movement, it will protect your mind not to get involved in any sensual objects. If the door is at the bathroom's door, you must also follow the instruction above mentioned to mindfully observe every movement without missing any single one. When you are in the bathroom, if you have a bathtub, you have to fill the water into it, mindfully touching the tap, mindfully turning on the tap, mindfully pressing on the button to make it work, and so on. When you are in the bathtub, please feel sensation mindfully. Observe the particular sensation mindfully to see as it is. For example, if you feel cold, mindfully observe the cold sensation as it is to see it rises and passes away. If you feel warm with the warm water, or observe it as it is to see it rises and passes away. This is the reason why the way I teach and practice is called mindfulness-based vipassana meditation. While you are in the bathtub, feel everything as it is without feeler. By observing feeling as it is, observe everything mindfully, not by identifying feeling with any name and label, just to see as it is. When you observe the feeling or sensation mindfully, to see it as it is called mindfulness. As you know, whatever rises has a nature to pass away too. So the sensation or feeling at the moment you are experiencing also has a nature to pass away too. As soon as you see the particular feeling you are observing passes away, it is called vipassana. This is the way how to do everything when you are at the door of anywhere, at home or in the retreat center. The Buddha is so much compassionate to all of us. He does not tell us to go to the presence of His image to do this meditation. He does not make us religiously and forcibly believe in something. But the Buddha teaches us to do it practically, rationally, reasonably, and wisely without bothering one's own faith or belief. Actually, such a faith or belief can do nothing with the practice of this popular mindfulness meditation. When you are practicing mindfulness-based vipassana meditation, you will find yourself calm, serene, and tranquil, and no worry, no stress, no anxiety, no depression, but peace and happiness on your face. It is that the benefits gained by practicing mindfulness-based vipassana meditation. When you are attentively and mindfully observing everything as you are without naming and labeling on them, you will see that everything is arising and passing away. It is called vipassana. When you are really attentively mindful of everything, you will see a thought rises and passes away, a feeling rises and passes away, an angry mind rises and passes away, deluded mind rises and passes away, lazy mind rises and passes away, boring mind rises and passes away, unhappy mind rises and passes away, sluggish mind rises and passes away, reluctant mind rises and passes away. You will see that all the physical and mental phenomena are rising and passing away. When you see like that, it is called right understanding attained by practicing mindfulness-based vipassana meditation. The important part of this mindfulness-based vipassana meditation gives us a right understanding on which all the physical and mental phenomena naturally rising and passing away without being controlled by any external agent. No power is possible to control such a phenomenon rising and vanishing in flux. But the Buddha teaches us that we must learn how to see them as they are without getting involved in such impermanent phenomena. Why is it? It is because we will get nothing other than suffering. When we are unmindfully involved in these impermanent phenomena that are rising and vanishing within us, when we see everything as they are, we would be liberated from the attachment to the particular name and label. Of course, only when you practice mindfulness-based vipassana meditation by attentively and mindfully observing whatever rises and passes away, whatever rises and vanishes, in you will achieve such right understanding that is followed by right thought, right speed, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, included in the Eightfold Noble Path that can lead the practitioners to the cessation of all the physical and mental dukkhas. Scientific benefits discovered by mindfulness meditation. Nowadays, science discovers that mindfulness meditation can lead the practitioners to the end of stress, depression, anxiety, mental disorder, insomnia, fear, worry, and so on. It is what the Buddha wanted us to achieve by practicing mindfulness-based vipassana meditation. In these days, science and technology become powerful and can prove so many things satisfactorily. Development of science can make people more rational, critical, and practical, and it can properly dispel people's superstitious belief and irrational cult across the world. They become masters for themselves by seriously studying good education, modern science, and philosophy. In my opinion, 21st century is a turning point of the world in which science encounters mindfulness of Buddhism. Science and Buddhism will work together for the benefits of the entire humanity. Science is objective. Buddha's Dharma is objective too. Dogma will be very hard to exist in 21st century because everything is very critically studied and practically observed in the scientific research. Even the benefits of mindfulness practice can be proven by scientific approach. Actually, I realized that science traces the path discovered by the Buddha 2,500 years ago. Once the most well-known scientist named Albert Einstein said, the religion of the future will be a cosmic religion. It should transcend a personal God, avoid dogmas and theology. Covering both the natural and spiritual, it should be based on a religious sense rising from the experience of all things, natural and spiritual, as a meaningful unity. Buddhism answers this description. If there is any religion that would cope with the modern scientific needs, it would be Buddhism. At Princeton University, 1954, said by Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein's opinion becomes true in the age of globalization. The scientists become smarter and their brains becomes sharper than before. The interaction between science and mindfulness meditation becomes gradually stronger and supporting each other very closely and firmly. It is really remarkable and significant in the relation between science and mindfulness of Buddhism in these days. Psychologists are also interested in Buddhist meditation as therapy to treat their patients. Neuroscientists are the most enthusiastic to interact with mindfulness meditation because they see the mindfulness meditation practice changes a human brain. The longer you practice this meditation, the better your brain can be changed. They discovered the following benefits very recently. Here are the 10 surprising health benefits of mindfulness meditation. Getting better sleep, making progress toward your weight loss goals, lowering your stress levels, decreasing loneliness and sadness, banishing temporary negative feelings, improving attention, managing chronic pain, helping prevent depression relapse, reducing anxiety, increasing brain gray matter. It is taken from the article referred to psychocentral.com, written in July 15, 2018. In the West, there are so many people who are interested in mindfulness meditation of the East, which is precisely based on the Buddhist meditation taught in Mahastipatthana Sutta. However, this meditation technique is free from sectarianism. It is really objective one and very universal. There's nothing to do with any name and label in the technique, so everyone can join and practice it together without identifying who they are. I started noticing that people become more and more interested in mindfulness meditation, particularly in the West, because neuroscientists are big supporters to this mindfulness meditation. They discovered that practicing this mindfulness meditation can positively change human brain. It makes people healthier than before. Stress can be properly removed. Stress-related diseases such as diabetes can be properly reduced and decreased. Cancer cells are also reduced, and addictions can also be healed by practicing this mindfulness meditation. This is the reason why so many people are getting interactive with this mindfulness meditation practice. However, the West needs the East, and the East mutually needs the West too, because the West has a strong confidence on Buddhism that can help the society in many ways to be better, but they do not have enough knowledge on what the Buddha taught. And the East has a strong, unshakable, and perfect knowledge on Buddhism, but they do not have enough confidence on Buddha's teaching because they have a lack of scientific education as done in the West. Therefore, the West needs the East, and the East also needs the West. Really be careful. They must work together to benefit the entire humanity. Now they come across each other. It has been going quite well so far. I am the one who is excited to see the turning point of the world in which science encountered mindfulness of Buddhism in 21st century. Buddhism is warmly welcoming modern science and philosophy by inviting the inspection to its equality and by sharing the objective way of life with everyone who is sincerely interested in it so that they can live in harmony. It is something significant in the history of religion in the world. Meditation technique itself is inviting everyone to come and join the practice. If they wanted to do so, it is warmly welcoming everyone who wants to practice it without rudely objecting their individual faith or belief, without forcing them to accept a new faith or belief by practicing this mindfulness meditation in a retreat. It will equally benefit those who keep practicing it. This is the reason why people respectfully keep the Buddha's teaching and the Dharma in their hearts, and why they cherish the Buddha's teaching respectfully to hand it over.